So growing up, I was actually a very racist person, right up until about 12 months ago. And I held a lot of hatred towards other people.
I was a timid, shy, young girl.
Yeah, I was quite reserved.
I almost felt this need to understand my place in the world.
I hadn't felt very Jewish when I desperately wanted to.
It's incredibly hard to put something that changed your life like that into words.
It made me feel empowered.
It made me feel inspired.
It made me connected.
It made me passionate about helping others.
More passionate about Jewish history.
Because without it, I truly wouldn't be the person that I am sitting here today.
March the Living made me feel empowered to stand up.
March of the Living is not only a program that lasts for 2 weeks.
It's something that shapes the way you view the world.
What it made me started to think about was the kind of person I wanted to be and the way I wanted to gear my life towards.
It's such an intense and powerful 2 weeks that you can't help but open up to those that you're surrounded by.
This is what led me back to the Jewish community in Australia after all these years of having no idea that I even belonged to them.
Having been on the program in the last 2 years, I've really seen tangible examples of the way in which March of the Living impacts the lives of Australian Jewish teenagers. People can't always afford to do it, but that shouldn't stop anyone. So I was desperate to go on March of the Living when I was in year 10 and I couldn't.
It was never really a reality because of money.
And without the financial aid, I'm not sure that it would have been a possibility for me to go.
That's really upsetting. I can't believe that that's sort of what was holding me back from this unbelievable experience that I got to go through.
And it really has changed a lot of aspects in my life.
You go to Poland, where so much of Jewish life was decimated, and then you go to Israel after that, and you see vibrant Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, you see Jewish life.
And that juxtaposition is the real power of the program. So we go to see Yom HaShoah at Auschwitz and Birkenau, and then we go to see Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaTzmaut in Israel.
You could read 100 books on the Holocaust. You could watch 1,000 movies.
But nothing compared to the stories that we heard.
You get to see things firsthand and experience stories from Holocaust survivors.
It's something that you're so deeply grateful for and you cherish every single day for the rest of your life.
It ensures that such a tragedy isn't forgotten, but also that the resilience of the human spirit is also remembered.
It's also about Jewish heritage, it's also about identity.
And it makes you feel hopeful, it makes you feel excited about a Jewish future and what role you can play in making that Jewish future one that your grandchildren and great-grandchildren can enjoy.
And that's ultimately the power of the program. And the more kids that get to experience a taste of this horizontal connection to another person, whether it be marching together with 15,000 other people from Auschwitz to Birkenau on Yom HaShoah.
Having that opportunity to march in silence and reflect as we walked the same path that our families walked, it was an incredible feeling that you got a sense of pride almost.
I've never felt such pride with my Jewish identity, and I've never felt stronger in my life.
What's really special is that nobody's ever come back and said that wasn't money worth spending. Because I don't think you can really put a price on what we see. And especially as we come to the end of the lives of our Holocaust survivor community, there's no price that you can put on March of the Living.